Okay, so the tools you'll need to make a homemade high banker are the follows: a hammer for tapping the pipe together, a pipe cutter, pencil, ruler, tape measure, and I use some sanding just to take the burrs off the end when I'm done cutting. Okay, the good thing about using 1-inch PVC sked 40 is that it's quite stable and thick. You should be able to use it and it won't wobble around on you. It's a pain in the ass cutting it using that cutter. I think I got carpal tunnel in about 15 minutes cutting all this shit. Anyways, I have it put together. I'm not going to glue it just because if I ever upgrade my sluice box, I can change the components to adapt. And it fits so tightly together that it is quite tight, and you need to use a hammer and a screwdriver to almost get it apart. Okay, so I have my easy sluice, 40 inches long, attached with bungee cords. It's quite tight. This sucker ain't moving. Now I just have to figure out how to get the sump pump on and start testing. So I went to Home Depot and got a sump pump hose. It comes with a couple of fittings here that'll fit on the end of your sump pump. I already had a sump pump. I used it for my waste of money hot tub, so it's good to see I might be able to reuse this. It will do 2,000 gallons per hour, which I think is more than acceptable, but we'll find out. I removed the coupling on the end, so I have the maximum diameter pipe spitting out water. Of course, where do you need your handy dandy Home Depot bucket? Then I got a piece of ABS with a cap and a flexible fitting to fit on the sump pump hose. The goal is to fit it onto the top of my rig to spit the water out. Water goes down into a tub, into the bucket actually, and then the bucket will overflow into a tub where the sump pump will be and recirculate the whole thing over. Let's see how it works. Just going to drill some holes in the ABS pipe for water to blow out into the sluice. Okay, so after dicking around with it for a little while, I think I got it about 80 to 90% where I want it. Water flow seems to be a bit even. I can see air pockets below the whiffles. Angle level's about 1 inch drop for every foot. I'm going to have to test with some pay dirt. I'll put some gold flakes there, a known amount, and see if I can recover them. If they flow into the bucket, that's okay because I can pan them out later and get them back. It's a good way to test your sluice box for the proper setup. And then you can mass produce run some pay dirt and see what you get. No leaks. The only problem I have is this bar is a little bit too high, so I just improvised and put another piece of spare pipe in there. Also, I have a little bit of backwash out the back, so I just put another piece of pipe there. I'll figure something out later. Let's see how that works. And what does Gene the dog say? Good job, eh? Alright. Let's run some dirt. Okay, I've made a couple changes to the device. I lowered the flow rate by putting a cloth in, and at the sump pump end I put a reducer in. So less flow, And I don't know if you can see it, but I'm getting air underneath the whiffles. So that should catch gold. I'm going to do a test with some actual gold I've obtained. I'm going to put a couple of these flakes in a little bit of dirt and put it through the sluice and see if I capture it. Okay, so I've put 6 flakes in a little sample of dirt, and I'm going to put it through the sluice. My first test of the system. Okay, it's gone. Just going to let it run for a couple minutes. If I do lose the gold, it will go into the bucket. I will retrieve it. Just looking in the box now, I see there's some debris, and I believe I see a gold flake there and a gold flake there. Be careful not to stick your finger into the water, as you might disrupt the flow and wash your gold out. Okay, so I just did a little clean out with my test. I put 6 flakes of gold in. I turned it off, cleaned it out. I found some right off the bat in the whiffles, and I cleaned out the miner's moss, and here's my results. There's actually 7 in there. I thought I put 6, but I was dumping it out. There must have been 7. Covered it up. Caught my mistake. So I'm satisfied with it. I'm going to start running some dirt. Okay, so after running about 4 gallons of classified dirt, I have panned it down in my big ass gold pan, and here are the results. I'll put it in the shadow here, maybe you can see it just as well. So there is gold in there. Not a whole lot. I did pan it from a common area, public panning area in the Fort Steele area, but there's some results. And there's some other metals in there too. It could be platinum, silver, lead. I haven't identified them yet. And there's a lot of fines down in the bottom. I'm going to keep all that. I can use different methods to try and extract it from there. I have a blue bowl incoming, so I will make a video on that. Good result though.